Okay, so we will see CAP asset creation and capitalization process. Just go to navigator and under fixed assets, select assets. Now we'll create one CAP asset. Go to task panel, then click on add asset. So system is defaulting our corporate book. You can select asset type as CAP asset. So categories, fusion buildings. Sorry. Fusion admin buildings. Say okay. And description is building ABC. And the number of units by default 1. And expense account. Say okay. And provide location. Select any one of the state, county, city, and you may select some value and say okay. That's all. Normally if you are creating this capitalized asset, here the system will allow us to give the cost, but now we are trying to create CAP asset, like at the time of definition, it won't accept. Okay, if you want to add cost, this is a CAP asset definition. Once you submit, the asset will be created. Okay, and if you want to add the cost to the CAP asset, just click on next. You'll be getting additional all options where you can keep required information for this asset. You can just provide additional information whatever required for this asset. And now our requirement is we want to add some cost to this CAP asset. So just go to source lines. Okay, even ABS also we do the same. We'll create CAP asset. Anytime if you want to add cost to the CAP asset, we'll go to the source lines. From source lines only we'll be adding. So click on add. So here you can provide the line amount. I'll say $3 lakhs. Okay, done. Then submit. Now anytime you want to capitalize this asset, you can go to capitalize CAP assets and select asset type as CAP. So you can find that asset. Okay, this is the one. Select and click on capitalize. Now you don't find that line, that asset is available for capitalization here. That's already capitalized. Okay, we'll go and find that asset, whether it is capitalized or not. You can go to inquire assets, asset inquiry, and click on search. Very simple here. You can write the description. Okay, fine. It's fetched. We are given the description as a building ABC. This is the one, right? And if you want to see the details of that asset, here you can see. Scroll little down. Here you can see all the information. Yes, we created with the 3 lakhs only. Okay. So this is how we can create CAP asset and we can capitalize it. The reclassification. To test the reclassification, we'll create one more category so that we can test how to change the category for asset. Okay, so we'll create one more category. Go to implementation project. Say asset category. Asset categories. Click on go to task icon. Then say create. Select major category as a fusion buildings, and minor category values we created two. One we used already to create the category. Now we can use say shopping complex. Fine. These are the details also we may set as we required. Now I'm going to add book for this category. Say Fusion Corp. Here you can provide all the accounts. Select department, then account. Say buildings. Say OK. You can copy and paste the same code combination and you can change the account, asset clearing account. Asset clearing. To paste the same combination, change account. Okay, depreciation expense account for building and improvements. So okay. So just for testing, I'm just copying all this information for other also. Any issue? If it won't accept for this, no issues. This we can remove. And set default rules, nothing but depreciation method and other information. Select pro-rate convention, retirement convention. Let's just save and close. Now we have one more category ready. So now we'll test how to move assets from one category to another category by using the concept called as revaluation. To perform the revaluation, you can just go to navigator and select task called as assets. and go to task panel, and here we have a function adjust assets. Go to adjust assets function, and here search for the asset, which asset you want to reclassify. Anyway, just I'm going to search with the wildcard. I want to reclassify this asset. Say building 1, I want to move to other category. So select this. Okay, select that asset, then say change category. You may write some comments why you are changing the asset category and what is the new category for this asset. So major category name is Fusion Buildings, minor category name is Fusion Shopping Complex. Submit. The system will trigger the program and you can see. And now again you can go on to find it. Inquire assets. Then click on search. For this asset you can see category is changed. Okay, for all other assets, okay, Fusion Admin Building, but only for this asset category is changed to Fusion Shopping Complex. So this is a simple process we have to change the category. Now we'll see the how to run the depreciation. And here we have a depreciation, one of the infolet. We call all these as a infolets. Okay, I'll show you how to set up the infolets as per our requirement. Okay, later we'll do that later, but now we'll see. So depreciation, if you want to run the depreciation, just you can click on this down, the select tile option. By default, since we have access to only one corporate book, the same system is selecting. You can see period close date and all. We not yet closed any period, but just the information. If you try to close it, it will be closed with this date. That is information showing the book got selected and it's associated with which primary ledger, and how many editions we have. 17 editions we have within this, and this is all the information you can see. But now I want to run the depreciation in the draft mode. So if I want to run the depreciation in the draft mode, just click on calculate depreciation. I can see somebody unmuted. Please, I request you all to mute. I think Ankit. Yeah, please. Thank you. Okay, we submitted depreciation. Now we'll go to the schedule process and we'll monitor it. Just refresh it. Okay, it's completed. Now just go to assets. And if you go to this depreciation section, okay, here still you can see period close date. If you close the period, this would be the date system will take. That means this period is not at closed. This whatever the depreciation we submitted, that is a draft mode depreciation. So we'll go and see the depreciation calculation for each and every asset. Go to inquire assets. And here you can click on search. You can select any one of asset, select and scroll little down. Here you can see the depreciation, how much system calculated. Here you can see the depreciation for current month. It is calculated as a this much, $277. The same depreciation, the current period depreciation only YTD, since we don't have any depreciation for other period. Okay, so that's how we can see the same here, current cost and the original cost and net book value, how much, and all the information you can see here after calculating the depreciation. Okay, so this is the draft mode. Now what we'll do is we'll go and test rollback depreciation. Okay, we submitted depreciation. Of course, here I mentioned rollback, but we'll go and test now itself. So take same simple example for asset number 585. Okay, 585. We can see the depreciation. Okay, the depreciation amount we can see. But we know in case of rollback, what happens if you go and do any changes straight away for asset? Okay, automatic system will roll back the depreciation in case of draft mode. The depreciation whatever we have, if that is a draft mode depreciation, then only rollback possible. Okay, the same we have in Artwell also, but in Lebanon it's manually we have to go and perform the rollback. But in Fusion or Artwell it's automated. However, we have in Artwell in the same way we have in the Fusion. Now I'll take this asset number. Okay, asset number is 585. Okay, 585. We'll go and do some changes to the asset just for our testing. We'll go and do some change and we'll save it again. We'll select the same value. Then system will identify there are some changes and it has to roll back automatically whatever the depreciation we are able to see now. Okay, let's go and do it. So to roll back, to test that functionality, let's go to asset adjustments and find asset, which asset you want to do the changes. We want to do the asset changes for asset 585. Then search and select it. Then you can select tab called as change financial details, and here you can just change these relevant parameters. And just for testing, what I'll do is I'll change the life in years and I'll submit. Okay, again I'll go and reset it. Now system should identify there is some change against the asset. I'll click on search, say change financial details. Now again I'll reset back to 60 only. Now because of these changes, okay, system should roll back the depreciation for this asset. We'll go and check it. Okay, go to asset inquiry. Okay, give asset number, or else just you can go with the open search. Now this is asset number. Select, and if you go and see, there should not be any depreciation against this asset. See here, depreciation reserve, no depreciation, YTD, nothing, because system is rolled back. And if you verify for other asset, definitely you can see the depreciation draft mode. I selected next asset, other asset, there I can see the depreciation. I'll select another asset, I can see the depreciation. So that's all about how to roll back. We know only in case of draft mode depreciation we can perform the rollback. So that's all about how to run the depreciation. We'll see how to run the final mode depreciation, which will close the period also. We'll see that. Sorry. Okay. Fine. So now we'll see the function called as mass copy. We know if you want to run the mass copy, if you want to perform the mass copy, it can be initial or periodic mass copy. First we have to create the tax book. Okay, we have to create the tax book. After creating the tax book, we have to give the access privileges to the specific user to work on the tax book. For that, the moment you create the tax book, system will create the data roles. Okay, we created corporate book, system created, system automatically generated data roles for corporate book. The same data roles we assign to current user. That is the reason we are able to access corporate book. The same process is applicable for tax book. So first we'll create the tax book, then we'll assign data roles to user. Which data roles? Tax book related data roles. And we have to run LDAP. We know that LDAP job we have to submit. After that, to work on this mass copy functionality, so what are the assets we are trying to copy from corp to tax book? We have to make sure that same corporate book categories are mapped with tax book also. So I'll say assign categories to tax book also. You know that we don't need to create again category once again. So one definition is enough to map with the multiple books. We know that just the same. We are going to do that. After that, we'll perform the mass copy.
Lakshman, one question.
Please.
Yeah, why do we have separate data roles for the tax book?
So who need privileges, who need access to tax book, to give separate access, we have separate data roles. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, copy assets from corp to tax. That's all. Okay, this is what we are going to test when we talk about mass copy functionality. First, we'll go and create the tax book. We know what is the purpose. See, because the people who are attending almost uh, everybody has experience or knowledge on this financials. That's the reason I'm not going to take you to the detail level. We know like what purpose we use tax book. As per corporate book, we'll be maintaining the assets and will be calculating depreciation as per Companies Act, and as per tax, say like income tax or other whatever the taxes we have to follow. For that, as per that rules, will be calculating depreciation for the assets which we have in the tax book. We never create assets in the tax book, always will create assets in the corp. That will be copying, and as per requirement will be calculating the depreciation. The depreciation method can be different, some other rules also can be different. Okay. So we'll just go and do it. We have to create the tax book first. Go to implementation project. Asset book. Task name is asset book only. Click on go to task. The classification we have to select as tax. I'll say create. I'll say Fusion tax. Fusion tax book. And book classification is tax. Sorry. Select tax, then associated book we have to select. So this tax book is associated with which corporate book? That is Fusion Corp. So this is the connectivity point between this. So based on this association only, we can move the assets from corporate book to tax book. If you go to tax book, if you say copy assets from corporate book, it will copy from this corporate book. Okay. So again we have to select ledger which is associated with this. Same, we know already we created corporate book, same process we are following for this. So fusion depreciation and current period is 17. Fine, everything is fine here. Just provide these accounts. Okay, just provide any one of the account, no issues. Here we are not going to just look into the balances with respect to account, and we are not going to analyze anything. Just select any one of the random accounts for testing. So these reference data groups, the sets you can set as a common set. You can type here directly. It will take. You can go ahead with this enterprise also. There won't be any issue. But everywhere we are using common, so I'm updating with the common. That's all. This common and enterprise set, these two are seeded. The rest all what you see in this instance is created by users. Okay, done. The other point is, we know when we are creating the tax book, system will be adding additional tab in case of EBS are here. Just go to the tab and just set the privileges here, whether you want to allow the system to copy assets from corporate to this tax book. Just I'm enabling allow mass copy and say save and close. Then we create a tax book. Now system will create the data roles. The data roles we have to assign to the this user. Okay, same data roles. What are the data roles we could see for a corporate book? Same data roles with a tax book name you can find. Let's go to the IDM. So manage job roles. Then click on go to task icon. Okay, fine. We are here, so directly it will navigate. So go to sorry, administration console, and here search for your user. Fusion. Select user. Roles. Assign. So find search with your tax book. Fusion tax. Seems to not yet generated. This will wait for some time. So meantime, we'll complete other setups because these data role generation is there will be a scheduled job. Based on that, it will be generated. We'll see that. Before that, we'll go and assign the categories. Okay. So what are the categories? We are just mapped with the corporate book. The same we have to map with this. So asset categories. So here, just you can find. Already we have categories, right? We just find the categories which we have with the corporate book. So, fine. See, this is in this category we have only one asset. Okay, we'll go ahead with this category and we'll be adding this category to our tax book. So select this category, click on edit and add this category to our tax book also. Click on add. Select your tax book. Fusion tax. Provide all these accounts. Say okay. Just give category asset clearing account information. Let's select and say okay. Okay, fine, that's all. Then go to default rules. Just click on add. And for your tax book, what is the depreciation method applicable that you can select? Just I'm selecting one random one. And what is the lifetime here? So it's 60. Set the pro-rate convention and the retirement conventions. Okay. Say save and close. Hold on. Now you can see roles are generated. It's all about the job, how much, how it is scheduled, accordingly it will be generated. So assign these two roles. Okay, just add. Now you can submit LDAP job to synchronize those job role privileges to the user. Go to schedule process. It may take some more time. No issues. Think the roles got updated. This user. Now we completed these tasks. Now we have to see how to perform the mass copy. So you can go and submit this job here. Okay, to schedule process, you can submit the job to perform the initial mass copy, or else you can just go with the assets task. Go to this task panel. Scroll little down. Here you can see manage all books. It's not yet updated. Here you can see only our corporate book. Once the assignment is updated, just it will be showing here. The tax book also will get listed here. Okay, asset book monitor. Okay, let's wait for some time. So meantime, let's try to do something else. Okay, the copy concept we'll see a bit later. Okay, how to copy. Before that, we'll go and run the final mode depreciation. We'll see how to run the final mode. So here you can select this depreciation section. This is the one place where you can run it. And here you can click on this drop down option. You can find close period. We know in case of EBS, we'll find the period close checkbox. If you enable the checkbox and if you submit the depreciation, there is a final mode. Without enabling the checkbox, if you submit, there is a draft mode. But here they're given direct option as a calculate depreciation which is equal to draft mode. But if you want to go with the final mode, which will close the period and it will calculate the depreciation, that is a close period. If not, from here you can submit from here also. Under general, you can go to manage all books, and here you can select your corporate book and say close period. From here also you can calculate depreciation, means draft mode. Okay, accounting you can generate, and you can close the period from anywhere you can do it. Okay, you can do from there or here, just say close period. The same system is giving the message. Okay, once you close you cannot reopen. Yes, we know that. Say yes. Then completed. That's how we'll run the final mode. Now if you go to depreciation section, you can see the current period, open period is Feb. Jan is closed. Earlier you can see Jan. Even if you click on this, also same information. Now we are in Feb as per FA. So within the Feb, you don't have any assets additions and no information we have that we know. We'll go and check whether that update is happened or not to do perform the mass copy. Still I don't see here. Well, by default it is coming. But should get updated here also. Once the book will get displayed here, what you can do, we can select that book and you can click on copy from corporate. We'll select tax book, we'll say copy from corp. The tax book is associated with which corporate book. From that corporate book to this tax book, assets will get copied. Okay, it is taking time here to get updated. No issues. We'll go and submit that mass copy from schedule process. From schedule process also we can do that. So go to schedule process. Say perform initial mass copy. It's not coming. It's not yet updated with this user. Sorry. Still no. Okay, we'll try it later, no problem. We done all the setup, just only the task is left is only we have to copy from corp to tax, that's all. We'll see that later. So I'll just mark it as pending. Now we'll see what if analysis. We know like by changing some parameters which will impact the depreciation. If you want to analyze any assets, how the depreciation will be calculated, we can go with what if analysis. Let's see how
Actually, it
to
shows
perform.
like two exceptions.
Sorry,
What are two exceptions?
two exceptions. Maybe there may be some at the interface level. I don't know, like who did that and all with our. Okay, I think in the interface there are some exceptions. Interface level, the additions, right? So interface level, there are some exceptions. Generally, that exceptions will come when we are just loading assets through that FBDI. I'll show you that process. Seems to somebody perform that with our corporate book name. Okay. Now this will go with a what if analysis. Here we have a task called as perform what if analysis. So here starting period I'll select. Since John is closed, we can do from Feb only starting period, and currency is USD. We want to perform this analysis for how many periods? Say 5 periods. And here you can select the criteria and for which assets you want to do the analysis. So this is the criteria. You may go with the asset number range or else expense account or date placed in service or asset key if you are using, or else you can go with the category. I'll just go with the category criteria to analyze the assets by changing some parameters. For this category of assets, we know what depreciation method we have and everything. But if I'm going to have depreciation method, this depreciation method, for example, if I'm going to use that assets for say 15 years, what would be the depreciation impact? How depreciation will get changed? That's what I want to understand. Just click on submit. Go to schedule process. It will generate the report. You can see and understand. If you change like that, just we are analyzing, we are not doing the real activity action, just it's analysis. If you change those that parameters, the depreciation method and the lifetime, whatever you change, how the depreciation will impact, it will show what is the current depreciation, how what we are calculating for each period. If you change in that way, how it will impact and how it will show the difference. Now you can go to what if analysis report. Just wait, it will generate output file. Click on this default document. You can download it. If you change, this is how it will impact. This is the current depreciation, how as per current depreciation method and lifetime, this is the depreciation. And if you change the new depreciation method and lifetime, this is how it will be impacted. Just for analysis, nothing else. You know this function we have in ABS also, same here also you can see the same. Okay, that's all about what if. Rollback already we tested and asset retirement. What I'll do is just I'll sign out and sign in. I'll do this. It may update that asset book, tax book. Go to assets. Yeah, now you can see the tax book. Okay, now select tax book and say copy from corp. From which corp? At the time of this fusion tax, when you are creating tax book, we selected associated corporate book. That means from the tax corporate book, assets will be copied to this tax book. Copy from. So corporate book period. See, it's a simple point to understand here. This is nothing but periodic mass copy. If you want to perform initial mass copy, we have a that job. Directly you can go and run the job, or else we'll do from there. By this time, that should update in that field also. We have initial mass copy and periodic mass copy, right? Where initial mass copy, it will copy all the assets from corporate tax irrespective of the asset belongs to which period. In case of periodic mass copy, it will just copy assets only for targeted period. So perform initial mass copy. Sometimes it won't reflect also. That's our experience we have. Okay, now anyway it's coming. No issues. Submit. Oh, it's errored out. Because even if we have two categories in that book and in this let's see, the category point of view there won't be an issue, as we know, like it will try to copy the two categories of assets, but we have only one category in the tax book. That's how it has to support. There's no clue for error also. What I'll do is find these through that message. Fine, we'll just try from here. Get errored out and we'll go and see the results. Any chance? But generally, if you don't have all the categories in the tax book, whatever you have in the corp, generally it should throw some warning message. Or generally error. We'll test it. We'll try now. No issues. Oh, system is very slow. Inquiry assets. It's a copied, so program level there is some error. That's it. Okay. Our target is copying. You can see all the assets copied from corp to tax book. Now all these assets we have in the tax book. Okay. Fine. So copy. This is how just we can copy. And if you want to go with the periodic mass, periodic, and And other point is we'll see how to run the depreciation also. Here change asset book, corporate book to fusion tax. So now here you can calculate the depreciation for tax book also. Here also they give an option as a copy from corp. So here you may go with the draft. I'll go with the final mode. Okay, you can ignore that status of this job, because whatever we just the purpose of the job is fulfilled. It's a copied. It is showing just as error, but you don't see error message, and there is no impact because of that status. Okay. That completed. Okay. Fine, no issues. Also, you can say Feb period is open in the tax book also. So that's how we can do the initial mass copy. If you want to do periodic mass copy, you can go to manage all books. Okay, here you can select your tax book, say copy from corp. Which period assets you want to copy from corporate book, Feb. And then you can say submit. If any assets are there in the corporate book in Feb, those assets will be copied. The target period only Feb, that's it. See here you can see those okay, here just let me show. Let me go to this call. I think somebody was asking these exceptions. What are these exceptions? If you want to see, you can go here. Those are there in the interface. Addition related. You can go to manage all books. Here you can see the exceptions. There is something wrong uh, in the asset load process. I don't know. Just somebody did that by using our ledger, our corporate book. Okay. So there are two exceptions. It's not displaying also. There seems to two exceptions with that. Fine. We just done with this depreciation, and yeah, this is also completed mass copy, right? We tested initial mass copy and periodic mass copy. And if you want to retire the asset, a simple process. What we know, just go to task panel and here say retire assets. You may select specific asset. You can retire cost base or unit base. Select this asset, and if you want to retire this asset based on that cost, you can select this option. Then you can specify, okay, that the partial retirement can be possible with respect to cost. How much will be this? Actual cost is seems to 10 lakhs. The same 10 lakhs you can retire, or else you can go with a partial, or else here you can go with a unit based retirement. Okay, the number of units you want to retire, you can do this. If anything, you can just try. Okay, here let's go with the cost. Here I'll say 1 lakh, 10 lakhs, right? Just submit. You may write the comments and all retirement reasons, etc. Other information. Okay, then the job is completed. Okay, so now if you think that by mistake you read the retirement and all, if you want to reverse it, you can go to reinstate and search. You can find the same retired asset that which is available for reinstate. That's nothing but we can undo that retirement. Just select and just reinstate means it will undo again that asset. You can see as not yet retired from the book. That's it. Okay, so that's how just we can do these retirements and we can perform the reinstatements. Now we'll see how to load the assets into system by using the FBDI template, file based data import. Okay, to test this, let's go and download on template. Okay. Go to FBDI, select financials, release 11, file based data import for financials cloud, file based data imports. I want to just import. See, we have a different options. So fixed assets, mass addition, adjustments, retirements, transfers. Okay, for all these we have a templates. But now we'll test the mass additions as I mentioned. You know the process, right? Just you click on right click and say save link as. The template will get downloaded. Just save on desktop. Okay, the mass additions, just sample data we have, except one record, everything I'm going to remove. And mass addition distributions, yes, everything I'm going to remove except one line. And here mass addition rates. Okay, mass addition reporting currency, cost and all not required for us. Okay, let's go to it. So interface line number, okay, and asset book. What is our book? Book name and all you have to take properly, otherwise it will fail. We know that. So let's do it. To take all this information proper way, better I'll go and open this add assets. From there I'll be taking the reference information. Even I'll keep the category information also ready here so that I can copy and paste. Okay, I'll see whenever required. For now, not required. Our book name is Fusion Corp. User name as Fusion Corp. Asset number, I don't want to give asset number. Let system take the running sequence in the system. Asset description, Fusion asset from FBDI. Asset type, okay, capitalized asset, and cost, say $7 lakhs. Date placed in service. Now the current open period is uh, Feb, right? You can take this as a year 17. So here the format is year, month, and date. Even you can see here, you can place a cursor here, it will be showing what format you have to follow. Year, month, and date. 09, so this refers month. So month now, John already we closed, so we have to go with the Feb only. Okay, we are in John, but February period is open. It will by default it will take as first only. Right, just accept that. And prorate convention not required. Let it default from the category. And asset units, number of units, I'll go with 1. And asset category segment 1 and segment 2. Here we have to give this R category information. Just copy and paste here. Yeah, fine. Let it be the post status as a post and queue status also post. Then only that can be created as asset. The feeder system is optional. You can provide, not mandatory. Parent asset not applicable. Everything you can remove, not required. So yes, category level physical inventory. Okay, this everything you can accept. Asset type is newly purchased. No amortization applicable. Depreciation set to yes. Yeah, depreciation should be applicable. This always value. No, we don't want to set this information. And why to depreciation. Remove all these details. Depreciation method straight line. You don't need to set here separately. This will be derived from the category. Already we given the category name. Everything these you can remove, not required. And the ceiling information, and I don't want to give all these details just to test this. These values also not required. Just check on all these fields. So they just given the additional information to DFF related. I said master preparer name not required. These details also you can remove. Earlier depreciation method and all not required. Sorry. See, whatever applicable we will be keeping here, but just since we are going to see that how to do this with the basic information, I'm just removing all this. Here we have a lot of data, test data. This and all you can remove, it's not required. Impairment, etc. Revaluation phase, etc. etc. Supplier information, invoice numbers, all not required. Task number, project related information we have. So that's all done. Now we can go to distributions. Here it says in one employee email address not required. Asset location segment. Okay, here we'll give the location for the asset. So it's just okay, or you can cancel anything you can do, and we'll give the location. Select location details. Anyone of the location. The same you can copy and paste here. Segment 1, country we are using. 2, state or county, the value you can copy and paste here. City, third one, Fourth segment is building. We have value as a, oh, sorry. Where is that sheet? Yeah. Fine, office. Done. And here you can provide depreciation expense account details. You can remove this, anything you can do. So provide expense account code combination, the sheet. So company department and account. So here. So first segment is company, that is 1000. Cost center or department 1000. Account is this. Paste it. Remove other segment values. We don't have more than 3. Let's look into other columns. Done. Now this you may save it. Now you can generate CSV file. FA additions. Select. Save into that folder. Done. Now we'll see how to load it. And this is just for information purpose. We open, close it. Now we know how to load it. You can go and load it, first load into UCM, then you can run the load interface file for import process, or else straight away you can go and load into UCM and you can submit the program at a time. Anything you can do. So we know 2 options. So instead of doing double time work, we'll directly go with the schedule process instead of submitting the UCM as one step. Again performing this, we'll straight away go with this. So load interface file for import. Say okay. Here import process. So we are going to we are trying to import the mass addition lines, mass addition. So there will be one job called as, let it open, I don't remember the name, just we'll see that. Yeah, post mass additions. This is a job you have to select, import process name. And simple point here, see, whatever you are running here only you can find the information also. So this is a mass addition, fixed assets mass addition import, right? Here they give it, see, job name and table link. Okay, the job name, schedule process name is post mass additions, where the data will get stored in these 3 tables. That's it. For every import process, this is how the information you can find. You don't need to remember all the names. From here only you can find it. So directly we'll upload here. FA additions, select this file. First it will be loaded into UCM and it will get selected into this job as a parameter. That's how it works. Before doing this, if you can upload into UCM, that whatever the file is available in UCM, that you may select from here. Then submit. Close it. Done. That's loaded into interface. Now we have to import that lines. Same. Post mass additions. Okay, yes, WinCorp. Submit. Succeeded. Now you can go and find that asset which you imported. What description we given here? Fusion asset from FBDI. The cost we given as 7 lakhs. Okay, directly we can copy and paste. We can search in that way. It will be easy to find. Yeah. So created asset is created through FBDI. 7 lakhs. Of course, we know no depreciation is calculated against this asset. So that's how we can create assets. Then creating accounting entries, and this is very generic things. So if you want to create accounting entries, just create accounting. So I'm not going to select specific process category. All I want to move and accounting process event summary and post in ledger also I'm setting yes. Then that's all. Just submitting this. It will create accounting and it will transfer to GL. Okay. Okay, let system run this. We know this very well. And there's nothing much within this. It's all about running and period close in the sense the same. Just we know like we'll make sure that the asset lines will interface from if anything is there from AP and as say projects in case of capital projects. If you are dealing with the capital projects, the client is dealing that lines will be interfacing. We'll make sure that the post masters and everything is done. Then finally, if any adjustments need to be done, we do it, and we'll run the draft mode depreciation. If any changes, we'll do it. Finally, we'll close the period that already we have seen how to close the period. Same. Just we'll go and select that close period option, and it will be closed. Already we performed that. You can go to depreciation. Here we know how to close it. Just we'll close the period. Before that, we'll just make sure that everything is fine. So that's what we have here. Running the standard reports means just I think I no need to mention this, but I just think this is a sheet I'm using from previous one. Fine. So this is the schedule process only. Already we have seen in payables receivables point of view. Any report you want to run, you can run from there. And the other one is BI. Anyway, we have to cover that basic BI report definition and OTBI also. At the time we'll see that, and BI publisher reports again. I don't need to mention here all those stuff. Okay, the BI reports anyway. Those BI and OTBI, just these two are pending. We'll be doing. That is a common function for any application. If you understand for one any application, that is applicable for any other application. Okay, so that's all about fixed assets. System is running this, right? Okay, since it's showing some warning and all, maybe its reason could be that PD is not open in GL. A warning because the accounting events on journal has been processed with error. Review the create accounting program execution report and identify the issues. Fine, there is no learning from this. Again, we know that if any issues and all, will go through that output. It will give the information what reasons are stopping for this execution. I mean, this import, create accounting and import processes. So execution report shows events, additions, and retirements are part of this. So number of documents, one event processed and all. The journal entries count nothing. Okay, I think everything is fine. You can find the journal in the GL. Okay, the rest of concepts, rest of modules like cash management and GL pending. Those we'll try to complete by what I can say, the next week ending. Okay, next week itself. We will try to complete in the next week. So we'll see that. My journals. Source. So February also 1 week later. Maybe there may be some issue in this environment. Okay, but that see there is no other point. Just once we submit, it will be interfaced at all. We know that the same will remain here. So that's all. That's all about fixed assets. And if you have any queries, just you can ask me, or else we can wind up the session for today. In the next session, we can start with the cash management. I will complete. We don't need more than one session. Else maybe not more than one session. Within one session, we can close FA. Yeah. Yeah, please.
Lakshman, did you upload it yesterday session?
Sorry. Yeah.
Uh,
Yesterday session. No, I think I didn't add it. I'll be adding. I'm sorry, I forgot. Forgot to add yesterday session.
okay.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
No, I was trying to find it, but I was not able to. I think.
No. I just
Uh,
I converted, but I forgot to add in the folder. I'm sorry. I'll do it today. Yep. Yeah. I'll do it. I think.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. Fine. Then we'll connect in the next session. Okay. Mm, okay. That's all from my end.
Lakshman,
Yeah.
Lakshman,
Yeah. Please. Who is speaking? Venkat or Lokesh?
Lokesh.
Yeah, Lokesh.
uh,
Tell me.
Actually, ask about interview guidance and resume preparation.
Yeah.
So when can we?
Lokesh, in your case, already you shared your CV, right? Just I was a bit busy. I could not give you the update. I'll send you by end of the day. Okay, I'll do the required changes in your CV. I'll send you by end of the day. And interview related, okay, if
Okay.
you people want to get some overview on the interview point of view, just in the end of the last session, I'll be covering that. Okay. In our training in the last session, I'll be
Okay.
covering so that also you can just record and that you can play next time, anytime. Okay, we'll do that.
Hi Lakshman, Tarun here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lokesh, fine, right?
Hello.
Yeah, I'm fine, but we asked the sheet, right? The Excel, whatever we are noting down the points.
No, that I cannot share. I told many times. Many people asked that. I said the same. Initially, I was giving, but we could see some issues where the people, what purpose they're using, totally different. Okay, that you can make a note when you're attending the classes. You can make a note because we are going very slow, right? So I'm not going to. I'm not running all these sessions on fast track. Everything I'm writing, then you can get time and you can keep note and you can make a note. So that's how you have to
Okay.
work on. Please, hope you can understand because I we got some concerns. That is the reason. Otherwise, earlier we were sharing for previous batches, so I shared. I did that. From now, this we are not doing. I'm really sorry for that. Okay, we'll do in that way.
Okay.
Yeah, fine, Lokesh.
Lakshman,
Thank
Tarun
you.
here.
Yeah, Tarun, tell me.
Yeah, please keep me in the loop for the Fusion CV I told you earlier, right? Yeah.
Sure, you can email me. You can email me. Then we can work
I
on it.
have done actually many times for a sample CV at least.
You need a
We,
sample
we were
CV.
looking at, yeah.
Many times may not be Tarun. I remember I think in the beginning of the classes, one time you did, I guess. That's all.
3 times I remember, Lakshman.
Oh,
Okay,
great,
no
great.
issues, but
And,
I'll try
and
to just.
I'm really sorry. I think I might have thought to do it a bit later.
No, you were
Yeah.
busy, I understand. Yeah.
No. Even I'm busy. I should respect. I should give some importance. This also. We'll do that. Okay. So if you need as soon as possible, I can just work on it. Maybe within give me just 2 days time in your case. I'll just revert back to you on that. You need sample CV or you want me to do what exactly you are
If you
expecting?
can say sample CV, I can include some projects in my own CV itself.
Okay, done. I'll do that. And in that case, I'll do today
Yeah.
itself. Yeah.
Thank you
I'm
very
sorry.
much.
I'm sorry, Tarun, because
Lakshman,
I was.
don't be sorry.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Any other
Lakshman,
questions?
till
Lakshman,
what
can you
time
please
we'll get?
keep me in loop for that also?
CV. Okay.
For sample CV.
Who's asking?
Ankit.
Yeah, Ankit. I request you to send the mail so that I can revert back to you. That.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Just send me just a test mail saying
Lakshman,
that you need CV, etc. Yeah. Lokesh, tell me.
till how long we will get the instance access?
We discussed right 3 months.
No, like exact.
I am not sure. I am not sure when we started. If you need, I can extend one more month. Not an issue. We don't have any that kind of rules.
Okay,
So,
okay.
okay, we can extend if you need.
I'll talk to you in the.
Fine, fine, fine.
Okay, I'll talk to you in person.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Fine.
Lakshman,
Yeah.
we would prefer having the instance as long as possible because we are practicing, but there is definitely a lag between the
No, no.
classes and
Yeah, I
user
can
practice.
say, yeah, that's what. See, I can just I can extend for one more month and all, but more than that means people leaves for different purposes.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I
Yeah,
understand. Yeah,
only that is a concern. Otherwise, I don't want to stop someone learning. Okay,
yeah,
I'm not interested for that because only see you may use in proper way, but the other person may not, right? Yeah,
yeah,
I
definitely.
can give for 3 more months also. In 3 more months, they can just start. They're doing different things, and everybody knows that. Okay, that is only the we are getting some constraint and we are not able to give. If you need, I can extend one more month, and if something else is there, okay, we can discuss and we can work on it. No, not an issue. Yeah, we'll do it, Venkat.
I'll talk offline if needed.
Yeah,
Okay.
yep, yep. That's true. Fine. Okay, then we can wind up the session for today. Yeah,
Lakshman,
yeah, please.
Lakshman, one doubt.
Yeah, Venkat.
One business scenario, Lakshman, possibility is there. Please suggest me one thing.
Yeah,
See,
you can mail me, Venkat. You can mail me. We'll just or else you can call me after this.
okay, fine, fine.
If you start, others also will be starting and all. It goes like that. That's my experience. You
No
can
problem,
yeah,
no problem.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
call me.
can call me. I'll just we'll discuss on that.
Yeah, yeah.
Fine. Fine. I think no further questions from anyone. Okay, we can wind up the session for today. We'll connect in the next session on Monday. Okay. See you on Monday and have a great weekend. And thanks. Good night and have a good day. Bye. Thank you.